Yo, what is up, guys? This is Real American Studios, and well, as you know, my computer is not currently working for recording, so I'm doing this all on the phone without showing my face or anything. So I apologize for that. But while it's not the same quality video, it's still the same concept, and that is me showing how I would book WrestleMania 36. Alright, now a lot of this stuff may be a little controversial. Um, I really don't know why, but number one, the show's going to be extremely long because I have a lot of matches. I'm doing a lot of matches that are actually happening mixed in with matches that I would love to see. And also, in this fantasy booking, The Fiend is still the WWE Universal Champion because there was no reason for him to lose that title to Goldberg in the first place. And Goldberg is on the show and he does have a match. But I digress. The Fiend is still the champion. Alright, and so we're going to start off with the pre-show. I have two pre-show matches. I really should have put one of the men's tag title matches on the pre-show. But I didn't. So we're going to start off with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, as you know, Jinder Mahal has been missing. He's been injured. Well, he's been cleared to return. So I have him returning in this match along with R-Truth, Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, Kalisto, Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, MVP, Eric Rowan, and Heath Slater. Alright, so a few little highlights. I want Eric Rowan to look strong still, because, Eric Rowan needs to look strong. I also want Cedric Alexander to look good. So my final four in this match are Jinder Mahal, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Cedric Alexander. Rowan eliminates Ziggler. Cedric Alexander and Jinder Mahal combine to eliminate Rowan, and then Mahal ends up winning. And the reason I have Mahal winning, other than it being his return match, is because he's a former WWE champion. WWE also might have just signed a huge deal with an Indian TV company, or I don't know, but Jinder Mahal's winning because of that. Obviously, I know 2017 when he was the champ, he wasn't the greatest champion there. Well, he wasn't the worst champion. He wasn't a great champion. Personally, I liked it only because we saw somebody different as the champion. But I digress. It was a pretty lackluster run. And Mahal is not amazing in the ring by any means. But the fact that he's a former WWE champion, number one, this elevates Cedric Alexander and Eric Rowan, who lately have been deciding, they've lately been, eating pins, counting the lights pretty much. So I want to start to kind of build them back up. MVP's in the match because, he deserves his spot in the WrestleMania thing. First guy I want eliminated is definitely Heath Slater for the comedy. Similar to when Damian Sandow was the first eliminated in that one battle royal, Slater's in there showing off, and then literally everyone grabs him and eliminates him. It'd be funny. Or even just Eric Rowan or R-Truth or Mahal eliminating him. It'd be a comedy spot. And the second match on the pre-show is the women's tag title match. Now, I really could not find a good tag team, and this is the pre-show. I could have literally thrown together two jobber women and had them face off with the Kabuki Warriors, and Kabuki Warriors could have won. But I went to NXT and grabbed Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox for this match. Now, I know they're on the pre-show, but let's be honest, these tag titles, they're so irrelevant at this point that either it's going to be on the pre-show or they just need to do away with them, period. Because, they're not doing anything with them. So why not bring Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox up, have them win the titles, and start to elevate them a little bit? Maybe you can eliminate them, because those are two very talented women in the ring. Now, I'm aware they're competing to be number one contenders for the NXT women's tag titles, but let's say they lose that and end up coming up to the main roster instead. Or they can take those back to NXT. I mean, NXT could like have 2 different women's tag titles. You could even have a feud between them and the NXT women's tag champions. I mean, they're useless on the main roster anyway, and the Kabuki Warriors, while they're very talented as a tag team, they're just frankly not interesting, and it's the way WWE books people that makes them not like Braun Strowman. I mean, at one point he was my favorite wrestler. He was one of the most over guys in the company, and he's just no longer interesting. And I mean, I'll get into him later on. So on the main show, we start off with a ladder match for the United States title. I know, another ladder match, but ladder matches are always a great way to start off WrestleMania. And I'm still having Andrade as the United States champion going into this. I'm adding Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo into it. Maybe, just maybe, I could end up caring about those two. I have Aleister Black. I mean, they've been building this guy. I know it's kind of lackluster. I'm not putting him in a huge match, but let's be honest. Like the way they've been building him up, it's time to have him go for a title. I also have Shelton Benjamin and EC3 just because like Benjamin's been in other ladder matches at WrestleMania. He's always a great performer in those. And EC3, I mean, come on, like just let the man have one WrestleMania before he leaves the company. But in the end, I have Aleister Black winning, and if possible, I would like to see some kind of kick or black mass all on EC3 off the ladder, so Aleister can grab the title and win. Like something cool, and like make it look like, oh my God, is EC3 gonna pull off the biggest upset ever? Nope, Aleister Black wins, which, I mean, he should get cheered. Like this guy, he really deserves it. Next up, my next match, I'm going to have AJ Styles and The Undertaker go on and face off. And my winner is going to be Undertaker, obviously. While this match would have been amazing in 2009, 2010, 2011, even 2012, even 2013, like 2014 WrestleMania 30, that's when I feel like The Undertaker's matches really started to go downhill because, I mean, he suffered a concussion against Lesnar, so he couldn't do it. And that was just a slow, boring match. And, I mean, Undertaker did not deserve to lose his streak in that kind of match. Like, just a slow, boring match. So, obviously, I'm having Undertaker win this match. I don't think it's going to go for very long. And, I mean, why should it go for very long? I mean, it's just not... I mean... It would have been interesting if he hadn't have already pinned AJ Styles at Super Showdown. So that really took away a lot of the interest in the match. Obviously, I'm still excited to see it. Like, I've been wanting these two to tangle for a while. But now, WWE kind of ruined my excitement for the match. So now it's just there. Undertaker wins. AJ Styles is the kind of guy, he can eat a pin and not really be hurt by it at all. I mean, obviously. So, my next match, the Raw Women's title match between Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. Obviously, I'm going to have Shayna Baszler win the match, but I expect this to be one hell of a fight. Like, I'm excited for this match. This is one of the matches that I'm excited for. And then we get into a match that I'm not excited for, although this time it's not going to be for the WWE Universal Championship, and that is Goldberg versus Roman Reigns in just a regular match. It's similar to when Roman Reigns beat Undertaker at Mania 33. It's just him beating a legend, a WWE Hall of Famer. So Roman defeats Goldberg. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not in no way, shape, or form interested in this match because, I mean, it's Goldberg. Like, nobody cares. And Roman Reigns, like, I mean, nobody's going to cheer for Roman Reigns. I don't think they're going to cheer when he beats Goldberg because people are still upset about The Fiend losing. The Fiend should not have lost, and I can't say that enough. So, but next up, I know what you're thinking. another multi-man match for the Intercontinental Championship. But, and by the way, I forgot to mention, like, maybe open up the show with an Elias concert, because right here I've got Elias in this match. However, I think I'd rather put Sheamus in it, because there's story behind that. Alright, so have Elias open up the show with a short concert. Don't even have him get interrupted this time. He just turned face. Let him just have his moment. I mean, or let Andrade interrupt him with his music or something. Like, and Elias obviously is pissed, but he just goes to the back. I mean, you let Elias have a little moment, and you don't have him get beat up this time. So, but anyways, the Intercontinental Title Championship Scramble match. It's been a long time. I think 2008 was the only time I've seen a Championship Scramble match, and I really love the concept. Basically, the rules of the match is so you start off with two competitors. Every 5 minutes, a new competitor enters, and then as you go along, say the first competitor pins the other competitor in the first 5 minutes before the next one comes out, that competitor is your current champion. And so my competitors for this match, and then at the end, the last person who got a pin is your new champion. So obviously I've got Braun, he's the champion. I've got Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin's boring, but I feel like he has to be featured in WrestleMania. I hate him, but then I have Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sheamus instead of Elias. And I mean, I know what you're thinking. 4 heels and 1 face. I mean, come on. So Braun's going to start off with Baron Corbin. He's going to quickly pin Baron Corbin. I mean, because it's funny. It's funny to see Baron get beat up. And next up, I'm going to have Shinsuke come out. You know, Shinsuke's not able to pin. Sheamus comes out. Cesaro's last. And Nakamura ends up pinning Baron Corbin. Yeah, Corbin's the test dummy. Sheamus has also pinned him at one point. So Baron Corbin pretty much gets pinned a lot in this match, which is funny. But in the end, Cesaro ends up hitting a neutralizer and pinning Sheamus, because they used to be tag team partners. So Nakamura gets upset because Nakamura was the current champion, and you know, so he's upset with Cesaro. He kind of gets in his face, and Cesaro ends up hitting a Cesaro swing. So not only is Cesaro your new Intercontinental Champion, but he just turned face on Nakamura too. So that sets up story. And then of course you can have Sheamus inserted. It'd be similar, but a much better version of that RVD, Jack Swagger, Cesaro triple storyline. It would be, you would be able to do a redo of that, but do it better this time, because you actually have, you know, more viable. Like, an RVD and Jack Swagger were both great, but Shinsuke, Sheamus, and Cesaro could put on one hell of a feud. And this time, Cesaro's the face in it, and then Shinsuke and the Sheamus are the heels. You know, Cesaro against 2 former tag team partners. I mean, and it'd be great. Like, you can set that up good. And also, you just gave Cesaro a championship. It's time to start elevating Cesaro. And with that being said, that will conclude the first half of this video, and I'll be uploading part 2 immediately after part 1. So stay tuned, guys. Real American Studios out. Peace.